Well, for more on this story, I'm joined from Cairo by UNRWA spokesperson Adnan Abu-Hasna. So thank you for making time. Look, we've heard the official lines about the strike on the school, but tell us in your own words what happened.
Yeah, it is a school that sheltered nearly 12,000 people, of displaced people from all over the Gaza Strip. It's run by UNRWA. We have our team there administrating the shelter. All the coordinates are being sent twice per day to the Israeli army. What happened that many rockets hit this school, and tens of people were killed and injured. Unfortunately, 6 of them, they were UNRWA staff member. Among them, a head teacher that he used to work as a head teacher, before this war, and now he was administrating the shelter itself. Unfortunately, it's not the first time. It is the 5th time that the school had been targeted, and all the time we are protesting, sending, to the Israelis, asking them not to do it, not to target our installations, but it's about 190 installations that had been hit and destroyed either completely or partly right now.
And I want to come back to those repeat strikes, but first let's start with those who lost their lives. Among the 18, several were colleagues of yours, so sending condolences. Tell us about who they were.
There are 3 of them. They were actually, working, assisting the head of, or the manager of the shelter, who used to work as a head teacher, and others, the shelter did refuge in this shelter. And they are our staff, actually, and some others also were injured, but I don't know the names, or, but I'm sure that some other staff, they were injured, during the strike. And it's unbelievable. Actually, we are panicking there. We don't know. There is no place is safe in Gaza, actually. If you are a UN staff, or you are not a UN staff, or sheltering under the UN flag or not, actually, it's the same now, and everyone exposed to severe danger.
Yeah, your agency head actually saying that this latest strike and those killed brings the total number of UNRWA staff killed in Gaza to 220. How do you keep operating in those conditions?
It's very difficult for us. We are nearly the only organization. We are the lifeline of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. We have 15,000 staff, fixed-term staff still working there, and we have nearly 10,000 of short-term or part-time, staff working, assisting us. All of them, they are panicking. They feel that they could be targeted anytime. It's so difficult to move through the roads and the roads of Gaza. You need a heavy and intensive coordination with the Israeli army. At the end, we might be targeted anytime, and we never felt like what we're feeling now. Actually, what we feel now, because it's the targets and the shelling and the shooting. It's everywhere, and you could be killed in any moment.
Yeah, we talked about the repeat targeting of this particular site, this school. The Israeli army, you say that you've been trying to coordinate with them. Well, they say, this is their words, that this was a strike targeted at a Hamas, quote, command and control center inside the school. What do you say to that?
No, it's a school, it's sheltering 12,000 people, Actually, we don't have an intelligence capacity to check, people, but we see them as, civilians, and this is the consequences and the result of the attack. That at least 6 of our staff had been killed. So what about others? And this is the first time, actually, that the IDF, targeting the school without any warning. So they can say what they want, but what is the result? What is the result? And the big question now is being asked, it will be like that. If really there is, suppose that there is someone who is, wanted by the Israelis, or they are going after someone, is that justifying the killing of tens of civilians, of six of UNRWA staff? As example, we think that they are violating the international law. They are violating, Geneva Convention that, it gives immunity for UN installation and UN staff also, or for civilians.
Look, let's just finally speak a little bit about the politics that's happening, about Gaza, but elsewhere. There's been renewed efforts and continued efforts to try to broker some sort of ceasefire, but this all seems to be stalling. Do you have any hopes at this point?
We must have a hope. We hope that there is a ceasefire. What's going on, it's unbelievable. It's really a hell. There is no place in Gaza to escape. Now they are accusing, 1.8 million people in 30 square kilometers only. There is no prison. And all over the world, that, the space of a prison, 1 kilometer, and you have 60,000 people in that prison. 60,000 people now in every kilometer in the southern part of Gaza Strip. If you throw a stone, not a rocket, you will kill and injure people. Besides, that the whole humanitarian efforts is nearly collapsing because of the lack of food, the lack of medicine, the insecurity of the staff. So no one knows what to do. It's unbelievable what's going on. You cannot predict that you will be the next target, that you will be killed after 5 minutes from now.
UNRWA spokesperson Adnan Abu-Hasna, we really appreciate your time on a difficult day. Thank you.